Wanting to change the world is a good thing. For the better, at least. I should probably specify that. Wanting to purify a race or throw a disease in the mix, those things suck. Maybe think twice about those. But wanting to improve what we've got here and convince others to believe what you think is right is a good, noble thing. But nobody wants to be one of those people. You know who I'm talking about. They're the 10 people who take up your entire Facebook feeds. They show you pictures of dead fetuses and dead animals. If you happen to disagree with them, they hurl buzzwords like problematic and patriotic at you like you're playing dodgeball. They're those people. The problem with these people is not that they're annoying. If that's your problem with them, then what the fuck? Block them, defriend them, throw your computer out the window. You have your options and they're all incredibly easy. The real problem with these people is that nobody who disagrees with them wants to listen to them, which renders their efforts entirely pointless. I mean, sure, keyboard activism works if you want to destroy someone's career, or if you want backslapping approval from your sycophantic echo chamber. But as far as actually changing people's minds, not so much, and there are several reasons why. Why Facebook yelling doesn't work. People talk about how the religious are so defensive about their beliefs, and sure, that's true. But also, duh, that's all of us with everything. We treasure all of our beliefs as if they were handed down from God. Having any preconceived notion challenged scares us to death. Even if done respectfully, it's often interpreted as an attack on us as people. What, you think I'm wrong? So you think I'm so stupid that I am unable to properly evaluate the world? Fuck off, you're brain shaming me and I don't have to listen to it. I mean, it sounds unbelievably stupid and immature, but underneath the surface, that's how most of the world is, and that includes you. If you don't believe me, ask yourself when the last time you admitted you were wrong was. Go on, do it. And I don't mean about, oh yeah, I did leave my keys by the microwave. I mean, have you ever admitted out loud that you were wrong about any real core beliefs? Of course you haven't. We basically never do, because to challenge our beliefs is to challenge a part of us. It's to confront the terrifying reality that we actually know nothing, that the world around us is a chaotic, uncontrollable clusterfuck, and that pretending to know a lot doesn't make us smarter than others. If we want to actually change people's minds, we need to fundamentally change the way we talk to each other, and the way we view correctness. So here are a couple important ways we can approach how we argue about everything. 1. Stop arguing about everything. We don't argue in person much anymore. Usually now when someone says a strong opinion out loud, most of us just kind of nod quietly at dinner and think, wow, okay grandpa, good thing we've only got another 5 years before that opinion leaves the earth. This is because we know arguments as we make them are inherently useless. Everyone involved just digs their heels more into their side and makes Thanksgiving awkward, and you contemplate faking a turkey coma just so you can avoid looking at your racist Uncle Todd until he stumbles back to his condo. Arguments always rapidly devolve into childish one-upsmanship. In an argument, you don't convince anyone of anything. You just stare at your opponent and angrily jerk off into their direction. It becomes more about winning and feeling more correct than you did before than it ever was about convincing anyone else of anything. So, never start an argument. Never start with any conviction or strong opinion, and certainly not with the intention to convince the other person. Instead, start a discussion. A discussion is an argument without egos. It's uncertain. It's open. It's welcoming. It creates a magical fantasy world where you're both tolerant adult human beings who can see each other's points and be swayed. To do this, you have to genuinely consider what another person is saying. You have to care about them and their well-being. And you have to not assume that they're a dipshit who doesn't know anything, even if on the inside you might be thinking they are. And perhaps most importantly, 2. Admit you are wrong as much as possible. Think of how jarring it would be to be in an argument with somebody and then to suddenly have them admit they were wrong about something. It's hard to even fathom, right? It's because this desire to be correct is linked so directly to believing we're smart and capable. So to feel wrong is to feel weak and stupid. But in reality, since we're all wrong about everything all the time, being wrong is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of being human, like unfortunate body hair or the overconsumption of flour. And anyone that has the courage to admit that they were wrong is stronger than all of us. They are secure enough to go to a place psychologically we all desperately try to avoid. That takes a strong person with a strong, sexy brain. When you stop in the middle of an argument and say, oh, I guess I was wrong about that, fireworks should go off all around you as you slowly strut away in silhouette and death metal blast through unseen speakers. An audience should appear and give you a standing ovation as a hired peasant gives you a back rub and a waitress on rollerblades brings you a platter of fresh lobster. That's how rare and amazing and badass admitting you're wrong is. And if we can see this, then we can also stop caring so much about being right. And if we can get there, we can actually have conversations where people learn things instead of jerk-off contests where we try to see who can own each other more. This will lead to a more informed people, less awkward Thanksgivings, and perhaps most importantly, a less insufferable you. For more on this, check out my full post, How to Win Arguments and Change People.